This is FiiO Echo Mini and I have been using it for a long time. So let's do a long-term review of it. Let's start with the accessories package. The accessories provided are pretty basic. You just get a USB cable in the box and the quality of the cable is good. Now let's talk about some key specification of this DAP. It is using a very popular dual CS43131 DAC chip configuration and puts out a very respectable 250 milliwatts of power. It has a 1.99-inch 170 by 320 IPS display, 8 GB internal storage and 256 GB microSD card support. It supports PCM up to 24-bit 192 kHz and DSD 64, 128 and 256. Now let's move on to design. The design of the Echo Mini is playful and neo-retro. I really love it. It's lightweight and easy to carry around. The size is slightly larger than a regular dongle, but not so big that it becomes hard to carry. There's a door shape cutout on the back and at first glance might make you think it has replaceable battery, but it doesn't. The build quality is decent. The construction is fully plastic, which keeps it light, but not to the point where it feels cheap. The construction is purposeful, plus the plastic is naturally shatter and dent resistant. Now let's move on to functionality segment and start by talking about the OS experience. The UI is the main drawback of the Echo Mini. It is not the easiest to use and it will take some time for you to get used to the UI. You navigate using the buttons on the top and their functions change depending on the menu you are in. This adds another layer of complexity. Overall, the UI is a bit unorganized. Is it cumbersome to use? Yes. Can you get used to it? Also yes. With the latest firmware, FiiO has added an EQ feature with both preset and a custom option. It is not a full parametric EQ, but it is still a welcome addition. Kudos for that. Now let's talk about battery life, charging and heat management. The battery life of the Echo Mini is very good. When running the FiiO FT1 Pro or other harder to drive IEMs, the lowest battery life I got was around 9 hours. With regular IEMs, I easily got around 12 hours of battery life. The heat management is also handled well. It never overheats while charging or using it. The drawback is the charging time. Using a Samsung 25-watt charger, it takes around 1.5 hours to fully charge. If you are using a slow charger, expect to take even longer. Let's talk about the gears I used for testing and drivability. In terms of IEMs, I used the Awful Cantor, FiiO Audio Hype 10 Elysian Pilgrim, Letshore S15, Tanjim Bunny, Tangzu ZTN Wu Heyday. In terms of headphones, I used the FT1 Pro. The Echo Mini has ample power to drive all the IEMs I have and it handled the FiiO FT1 Pro excellently. I am really impressed with the driving power of the Echo Mini. Before moving to sound quality, if you are enjoying this video, please press the like button and do subscribe to the channel as well. Now let's talk about sound quality. The sound quality of the Echo Mini is the best part about this DAP. Let me say this upfront. This is one of the best sounding DAPs that is available under $100. I have no complaints with the sonic performance of this DAP. The overall sound presentation of the Echo Mini is neutral, it sounds very natural and smooth, but it never leans towards cold and clinical presentation. The extension into the sub bass is very good, producing deep sub bass note with precision. The mid bass thump is also well represented with good authority. The mids are also excellent. The lower mids are neutral sounding, but they still have good amount of heft, making the male vocals and instruments in this range sound natural and well textured. Lower mids never sound thin or lean. The upper mids are well balanced without any glare or excessive forwardness. They sound just as they should. The mid-range overall has very good texturing, especially for the price. The treble is also smooth without any glare or harshness. It retains a good amount of detail and has solid extension. The treble is well defined, presenting details in a refined and gentle manner rather than bombarding you with sharpness. The detail retrieval is also solid, with both macro and micro detail retrieval being excellent. The stage isn't the widest I have heard, but it's good for the price. Instrument separation and layering are also quite good. I also did not notice any background hiss or noise, and there were no interference issues as well. In terms of sound department, consider me impressed. Now finally, let's talk about Bluetooth transmission and USB functionality. The Echo Mini also supports Bluetooth transmission, but do not expect too much from it. This only supports basic SBC codec, so no support for high quality Bluetooth streaming. This also lacked the compatibility for Apple AAC codec. I tested it with the Moondrop Space Travel and Samsung Buds 2 Pro and it worked fine for casual listening. Unfortunately, Echo Mini does not support any kind of USB in or out. I really wish it did, especially USB input, so that it could double as a dongle deck. That would have made it even more versatile. So what's the conclusion then? I'm really impressed with the value that FiiO has provided with the Echo Mini. It's handy, easy to carry, it has ample power and it sounds excellent too. Of course there are some flaws, main being UI not as easy to use and the lack of USB input. FiiO, if you're watching this video, please add this functionality via firmware update that will make this DAP so versatile. However, despite these drawbacks, I can confidently recommend this DAP to anyone looking for their first player or if you want an offline player that is easy to carry and sounds excellent. Overall, this gets a huge thumbs up from my end. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button and do subscribe to the channel as well. Bye!